What's the difference? Difference about what? Oh, is that what I think it is? Interesting. Hold on 1 second.
You gonna invite him up? I'll drop down for it.
Yeah, I gotta drop somebody.
Huh?
All right.
Do I do it myself or you got it?
Be very nice if you do it. I got you. All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, that's what I think it is. What's the difference? Thank you. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, brother? What's up?
Not much, man. I had a question for you, man.
What's up?
Do you acknowledge every troll?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's going on, gang? How you doing?
I'm alright. Some trolls are some trolls can be used, some trolls can't.
No, I feel you on that.
That's I was asking you, what's the difference? I heard you just say you're not talking about FBA, you talk about Pan-African. Are they, like, do y'all separate the two?
So, are you recording?
Like, you said it what?
Are you recording?
What? I'm not the damn feds. Like, why would
No,
you ask me?
I don't give a no. This recorded. I'm just saying it's an echo. So that I hear echo.
I'm in my car. I apologize. I'm in my car driving to the gym, so maybe you might hear my.
Okay.
Let me see if I put my. Let me see. I have a different Bluetooth device. Let me see if.
Oh yeah, nigga, I don't give a damn about this. You record, make your content. I just hear the echo.
I ain't never had nobody ask me if I was recording. I ain't never.
No, so when people record, there's an echo there. So it's like they have it playing back. So in the loop, that's why I was asking. I wasn't saying like, oh, nigga, you recording me like you the feds. Like, I'm fucking TikTok.
Oh, do it sound
recording.
Hold on, brother.
Do it sound different now?
Yeah.
I switched my I put my your car Bluetooth, it plays through my car speaker.
Yeah. That's what I was
no sweat.
Oh yeah, no, you good. No, I want to say like that. So
no problem.
The difference is right. So like for example, it's not a. How can I put this? You can be an FBA, Foundational Black American. It's a lineage. It's not necessarily a group. You know, people can identify as what they want to identify as. I mean, shit, I've seen Chinese people identify as Pan-African for crying out loud. So it is what it is. It's like you have the lineage part of it, and I mean when I say FBA business, I'm being like sarcastic because they like to say we're a group. So that's why I'm like, if somebody, a quote unquote Pan-African, has done something, I'm like, well, that's Pan-African business, not ours. It's like a joke. It's like a running joke I use on Twitter. So it wasn't like a serious statement.
No, I can relate to that. The reason why I was asking because my interaction with FBAs has been prominently on X or Twitter, and that's a weird place to be at. And I always get different answers, but I can understand what you mean by FBA and Pan-African. Me as an Israelite, I kind of delineate the same way, like we all the same people, but I'm an Israelite, you might call yourself FBA, somebody might call himself Pan-Africanism, somebody else might call himself something different. Part of the reason I asked that question is because people would tell me that FBA is just a lineage, and then some people say it's a movement, some people say it's this, some people say it's that. I never really get a direct answer. Like if you ask me, what am I say, well, I'm an Israelite. We believe you got to keep the law, statutes, commandments. We all Israelites. I have, a whole direct line of what we are, what that means. But when I talk to FBAs, I usually get different answers depending on who I'm talking to. That's why I asked the question.
Well, that's because a lot of people. All right, so this is the best way I can explain it to you. So it's a more accurate description of something. For example, you're not a black man per se, right? You want to say you're not just. You are. I think you guys call yourselves copper color, right? I'm trying to think which one it is.
No. We would say what we would say is I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. We would say so-called black man.
Okay, exactly. Right. So y'all would say right. So you're not just all right. So me and you obviously from the lineage, right?
Right.
But you do it more in depth. Like, I'm not just from the lineage. There's another component to this that I am also X, Y, and Z. You go deeper, right? So for us, and this is how I define it, it's a lineage. So you can't undo your lineage because it's your history. You can't change that. However,
most people say that.
Yeah, so what I would say about it is I think some people from the lineage have started a cultural renaissance movement that involves taking it past the conversation to actual paperwork. So you'll see people from the lineage like a Sister Brooke and the Brother Divine, and they'll go forth and they'll put forth these bills and they'll talk about, you know, delineation on paper away from the Africans. And because what they're doing is they're using the complexion to undermine us. Oddly enough, and I told you before on X, he was one of the first people I see tell the African we aren't the same people. And I understood it, but when you broke it down, it was like, no, you're not from my tribe, you're from X, Y, and Z.
Listen, man, I get crucified for there's a video.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
But look, I respect the honesty though, because like it's crazy because when you said it, like I understood fully because I didn't. This is like, you know, it's like 2009 or some shit like that. I was like, it was way back.
It was 2015. Actually.
15. Oh yeah.
Yep.
15.
It was July of 2015, and I didn't tell a little.
Yeah, and I didn't tell barbecue or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, but I didn't tell the kid. Sarnetta asked me the question. Sarnetta says, "This is my brother. If I bring him to the cookout, can he come to the cookout?" And I said no. To this day, Black people that love Africans, you wouldn't feed that African. You told that African boy you wouldn't feed him, and that shit. It was just crazy.
It was culturally we are different.
No, it wasn't that deep. You know what bugged out is like a week before that, he asked me the same question about a white kid, and I said I wouldn't feed him, and they applauded me for that. But when I wouldn't feed the African kid, they crucified me for that.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of shit for the clicks back then. But the point is, right, you have some people who identify with the lineage because they have decided to, you know, go forward and put forward bills and, you know, get it all on paper. And you're starting to see, and if you pay attention, these Africans are really nervous about that because they understand that our government has given us federal set-asides specifically to people from the lineage. But on federal paperwork, they practice flat blackness. So to them, it all seems the same. But once you start getting more in-depth specifics on who you are, you start to see those federal protections go away. So when they do designate it specifically for our lineage, flat blackness means nothing in the eyes of the government because just because you look like us don't mean you are us. And on paper, if you're not us, the government's not gonna give you those set-asides. And we all know they have a finite amount of scholarships and, you know, grants and stuff like that. So once you remove their ability, they're upset about their access to those grants. Now, me personally, I support that movement because we know, as you know, it's not just about talk, it's about what can you actually get done. So once we getting it done, everything else is, I'm not bullshit, everything else is noise. So when you see niggas online yelling at the tellers all day, that's bullshit. I don't really get into that. I also don't get into
that. Yeah, that's why I don't get on, that's why I kind of left X, honestly, because when I first got exposed to FBA, I don't think I learned the right way what it meant. Like that paperwork and stuff that you're saying. Like I don't like Africans. I don't like them. I've
seen your debates with Brother Polite. I know you don't.
Right. The same way we accuse the so-called white man for his role in our position in America, the Africans play the same role because historically the white man didn't come into the African tribes and catch us. The African tribes brought us to the white man.
They were partners.
It's like if my mom and daddy get unalive, whoever drove the car, I'm going to hate. Whoever plotted, whoever planned it, I'm going to hate them, and I'm going to hate the shooter. I'm going to hate them all. Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at it. So when I hear you just break down that, you know, they take advantage of things that we allowed them to get, that we created for us, that they take advantage of, I'm with that. I'm not against that.
Yeah, and most reasonable people are. That's why I'm like, that's why I try to tell people, like, you have to, instead of trying to fight everybody with a question, you have to break it down. Because me personally, I look at it like this, right? In 1965, you can look this up, after black folk got the right to vote, we went to the federal government and said, hey, you got some very racist policies against melanated immigrants. You need to switch that. we also switched up to Chinese people too, because they had a quota. And so they let these people in. And then, like you said, these people don't like us. So instead of them assimilating with us, they teamed up with the oppressor. Now, I have this theory, and I look at my own people like this too. If you become a tool in our oppression, you are now the oppressor too, and you should be treated as such. That's how I look at it, because what's the difference?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Like if they hand you the pew me, then you got to go too. So I think, and this is why patience is so important. Also, I want to say this to you real quick before you go. The reason why you had such a bad intro into what FBA was is because I don't know how tight you are with cultivating, but when I saw you in her spaces, I'm like, okay, yeah, she attracts that type of chaos though. But she does it for content. So you wouldn't get like reasonable people going into her space to actually have the conversation. You don't get people going in there to quote unquote fight and bang and yell and scream. It's like going to a boxing match saying, why are you punching at me? Like, that's what that space is for.
I agree. You know what? And then the lady cultivating, I don't have no direct issue. I don't know her personally. I didn't know anybody. So I was like,
I thought y'all was best of friends the way she was talking.
Oh, nah. Well, she was cool. I ain't saying we wasn't cool, but I don't know. I never met her. Met her or anything like that. I just got on the app, and I don't know, I do have a reputation. So maybe getting on the app, a lot of people, even when this whole thing with Tariq Nasheed that had got brought up recently, how many people hit me up like, hey man, let's do a room, let's do this, let's do that. I mean, I had everybody hit me up to do a room, and but I didn't do no room. Only thing I did was they had this guy named Re-Up. He had a room open, and so I went in his room and just addressed the situation, because a lot of people looked at it like I was doing it for clout, which is weird, because I think everything is clout personally. I think if you make a post online, you're looking to get somebody's attention. So then it just becomes if you're thirsty or not. I usually look at thirst, part of it. So I wasn't contacting Tariq for clout when I asked him about if this was a troll or not, because we had a semi relationship from doing the show, and I didn't know nothing about FBA. I was really just hitting him up. Like if something happens in the Israelite community, I'm the guy that people contact. Hey, Cap, man, you heard such and such happened. Like, what's your position on this? So because it was FBA and you got this dude on there, and I couldn't, depending on who you talk to on Twitter, it was real, it was fake, it was real, it was fake, it was real, it was fake. So I didn't know who to believe. So I just went straight to what I considered the source, which was him, and then just asked him. And it wasn't nothing deep. I just said, hey man, this man is saying it is this. Is it real or not? And he was like, it's a troll. Now this was back in January. And when he said it was a troll, I was done with it. But then I think like 2 days later, somebody sends me a Twitter space where he's telling the story of how somebody contacted him while he's eating with his woman. And so it's essentially talking about me, wondering why I'm messaging him. So I don't know if he was offended at me asking him when I was just asking him. But once he did that, then I did say, well, fuck him. That's how I was like, because I was coming to him like a brother, and then he turned it into like I'm being the troll that's trolling him, and there's some whole LBGT cat that's doing it. So that was back in January. So somebody asked me the question again in October, and I just retold the story. Then he retold his story, and so that's all it was for me. It's not like I gotta.
You really think like a trans was the first? Like that's why I said I quote tweeting you. Let me see. That's the thing.
Let me just ask you.
Yeah, I have, and
I don't.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. So on Spaces, if let's see how I'm conversating with you now. Spaces is a little different. Like I think the FBA on Spaces are more mental than I think that. Like you said, like you made the point to say cultivating. She attracts that type of environment, but there's a lot of people on Spaces that attract that type of environment. That's just not a cultivating thing. That's a lot of different spaces that do that. So because people were arguing with me. Let's say if everybody was just arguing with me saying, yo, this is just a troll, we don't take it serious. And if everybody was on that same page, then I could be like, okay, I get it. But when I got people, black men and black women, arguing with me why can't he be this? Why can't he be that? That's where the confusion
is. But see, that's the trolls though. Like that's like, all right, so look, right.
I don't know that though.
Okay, yeah,
but you gotta come from my lens. You gotta come, because in my world, that somebody must be recording. I heard an echo.
Yeah,
I'm being
I
funny.
Think no. Hey, that's the thing. No, he probably in his car.
No, I'm being funny.
It's all good.
In my world, right? From my worldview, as an Israelite, when I first came on here, you asked me about trolls, and I said I entertain some, I don't. I would never entertain that type of troll. So I don't know if this person. I hadn't been on spaces enough to know if this person is trolling or not. I don't know these people to know.
Hold on. Let's have a conversation. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
I hadn't been on spaces. Thank you, I appreciate it, brother. I hadn't been on spaces enough to know if this person is trolling or not. I don't know these people to know if they're trolling or not. So I'm tripping on them doing it. So it was just confusing for me. So then I'm like, well, if you want to troll, excuse me, if you saying that, that's some weird thing, because that's a straight man. So I'm attacking it like that. So like, that's why I don't talk I made the last post I made, I think was either Friday or Saturday. And I said, this is my last post on it. And that's all I'm going to talk about it, because I don't have to talk about it, but because it was a hot topic, I just addressed it. So I'm not going to talk about it again unless somebody says something to me about it, but I don't have to talk about it like that. But I didn't know at the time. Now that's why I try to go in different spaces on Twitter, and I can't sit there for like more than like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because all it is a bunch of black men and black women arguing, trolling, and I thought they would be more intellectual than that. And we all troll and argue. Like I could troll, I could debate and stuff like that. But there's some points you have to have an actual serious conversation. Like when I came in here, I'm hearing y'all have an actual serious conversation. I don't hear trolling. So it made it easier to actually come in this space.
Yeah, and that's the environment I actually try to create, because me personally, when you do the research and you actually know shit, you don't have to do cheap content. And I say this, I actually know Tariq. Shout out to him. Met him a few times. I did the Hidden Colors with him. Bro, I don't think, and this is what I'm saying, like, I understand you asking a question, but also it's like, I've never heard him endorse this dude. It's a nigga, my nigga. Like, come on, man. Like, so like,
I agree.
It's like,
it's clout chasing.
And then you got to look at it like this though, right? There are a bunch of people who absolutely hate the fact that we're delineating. So, and then you have some black Americans from the lineage who just don't like Tariq. So they'll take any chance to slander his name. So that being said, it's like, wait. So for example, right, like me personally, I mean, I know about the Hebrew Israelites, some of it, you know, not saying all of it. I know about the Edomites. I know some of the doctrine, right? I would never come to you and tell you, hey man, I heard you was begging a white man for a raise at your job. Like, nah, it's not even you. I know you wouldn't do that based on the ideology, right? Now, if there's like a troll, somebody trolling, I'm like, in my mind, I know that's an automatic troll. I wouldn't even come to you with that type of shit, you see? So like, I can see why the brother was offended. Like, hold on, why would you even ask me that? The first lady, come on, brother, man. You know
fucking trainee, bro. He asked was a trainee, bro. That shit was lame as hell.
No, you ain't got to stop. No, I'm not that guy where he can't talk as a free man. He can talk to me however he want. That don't bother me. I wasn't coming to him. The message that I said to him is verbatim. Peace, brother. I was in a room on X, and this person is claiming to be first lady. Is this correct? That's it. Now, if you would have been in my shoes at the time where you had straight black, well, I don't know if they're straight or not, but black men and black women saying that it's legit. That's why I asked them, because I didn't want to attack it like it's legit and then it's not, and that was it. Like a lot of the talking points that I've been doing on this subject ain't really got nothing to do with Tariq. Y'all make it more about Tariq than I do. I'm mainly talking about them people on Spaces that endorse it. I'm not talking about Tariq no more. Only thing I'm saying about Tariq is that he said it's a troll. And I'm specific. I didn't say that the FBA in general embraced it. I'm specific. I said the FBA on Twitter. I wasn't attacking everybody. I was only talking about one place that I heard that was endorsed, and that was on Spaces. That's it.
And that's why I had to respond to it, because I'm an FBA nigga on Twitter. I'm like, hold on, bro. Nobody endorses this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. That's like if somebody saying, yo, Israelites.
If I would have found you, I'd probably been like, well,
that's what I'm like. We follow each other on Twitter.
I would have had to retract that.
Yeah, we follow each other on Twitter. That's why I'm like, that's why I call Twitter. I'm like, hold on, dog. You ain't. The thing is, right, and that's what I was trying to say. Like,
did you contact me on Twitter to tell me?
I quote tweeted you. I didn't want to DM you. I didn't know what type of shit you was on.
Oh, what's your name on? What's your name on Twitter?
_disrespectful.
Okay.
When you ask a question like that, you disrespect 45 million motherfuckers, brother. It's like, come on, bro. If that's our first lady, then Elton John, y'all first lady.
But see, I wouldn't have got offended by that though. Like maybe that's my.
You wouldn't have got offended by that, man.
No,
our culture really don't even believe in that type of bullshit, bro. So what you mean?
Okay,
come on, man. You know what you was doing, bro, and you was chasing clout. You was chasing clout, brother.
Well, I am clout though. Like when you say chasing clout,
I ain't know you. I don't know you. I still don't know who the fuck you are, and I'm through all these spaces. I don't know you, brother.
No problem. No problem. So we're gonna have a conversation. You say what you say. I don't care what you say. Just let me finish, and then you can finish. So I am clout. I'm gonna give an example. This white guy's platform. This young white kid. He has famous celebrities and stuff like that on his platform. They get like 100,000. Excuse me, 900,000 views, 500,000 views. He brings me on his platform. I break his internet. I think he's at 1.5 million. I've been on various other different spaces, 85 South Show. If I had to run my reputation down, I could run my reputation down. I'm arguably the most famous Israelite on the earth. So I don't have to chase clout like that. I don't have to do that. I'm sought after.
You in it for the fame or to change the world? Because that was a bullshit question to ask another grown-ass man. That's all I'm going to say. Seem like you on the internet too much.
Okay, I just asked if we could finish each other. It's like, when I'm finished, I'll let you go. But you said I'm clout chasing. I'm just substantiate. I don't have to chase anybody because
I don't like niggas like this. And that's just all I'm going to say. And I'm going to come down off of here, brother, because I know what type of room you run. Daniel, peace and love. I love y'all. Lame ass nigga.
How could you know what type of room I run if you... Why did he leave?
Talking about me.
Oh, but I don't know why he left, though. I didn't have a problem with what he was saying. And that's the thing, like, I don't get offended. Like, he could have said whatever he want. He could feel however he want. But here's an example. If I was actually chasing clout back in January, I'd have been running rooms every day on Spaces. I'd have been talking about it on YouTube. Even in this instance now, I'd have been running all these different spaces. I would have been talking about it on YouTube. I mean, Tariq is obviously more popular than me. I would be putting his name in a whole bunch of titles. That's to me what chasing clout is, or being thirsty is. I don't look at it that way. I'm actually not. I came into the space. I saw it said line dancer with the family FBA Q&A. I said, let me hop in here and see what they talking about. It's just simple for me.
Can I interject and say something? Seems like you handled it. You handled it pretty well, brother. I think that the people have this position because just giving the track record in the history of the LGBTQ movement and the things that they've done towards, the Black community, even starting with when they first was pushing their deception campaign when they were saying gay is the new black or whatever, right? And so knowing these things and these different tactics that they've done politically, socio-politically, on top of that, targeting us heavy, I guess people feel a certain way because knowing these things, how could you possibly think a person coming from that community who has, done undermining tactics could even be in any relation to us being a leader, let alone somebody who's actually positive, trying to progress us as a people,
You know what I'll tell you? You know what made me want to find out? the Black Lives Matter movement. I remember when I don't know if it was 2016 or 2017, I was doing a lecture, and when I investigated the Black Lives Matter movement, and I found out that it was two type of women that established it, and it was about the woman, the parent, and the child.
Yep.
So on the surface level, it was when Michael Brown, Mike Brown and Ferguson. Mike Brown, there we go. It was Mike Brown who was unalived by a police officer, and so that's what sparked the Black Lives Matter movement. And so we believe that it's about black people, but when we went into it, we found out it was removing a certain black element that was a necessity. So I agree with you that they would throw, if you go back to the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King's, one of his right-hand men was Bayard Rustin, who was a open LGBTQ. So when I'm asking the question, it's not from this never not happening before. And so me asking that is offensive. We have a history of being infiltrated by all different types. Y'all was talking earlier about sellouts that work for the so-called white man. You got the community that infiltrates. So I was asking from that space. That's why I said so that's the lens that I'm coming from. Now, for y'all to be offended, I can't get mad at y'all getting offended. I can't, because now I wouldn't get offended. If you came to me and be like, Cat, man, y'all, this community cat is saying he this, and y'all community, what y'all think about that? I'm like, that ain't us. Like, we got a mantra in our school, and ISBK, the organization I'm in, we say we are not affiliated with no other group. The reason why we say that is because if some Israelites out there do some crazy stuff, we could say, hey, well, we've been saying this since 2012, we're not affiliated. So we actually say that to separate ourselves from anybody that might do something crazy that's black.
But see, that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the difference. Like, you guys are a tribe.
Well, we would be right.
We not that.
Yeah, so I'm adding that. Right. No, I'm only saying that to say the reason I asked that question is because of the history of infiltration that's been a part of anything black. So it wasn't about offending brothers or sisters, but I understand why you would get offended, because if you bring that type of talk to any straight man, they're going to be offended. But for me, I'm going to ask the question because of how prevalent it was. And I found out Thursday that it's been going on for 4 years. And so on Twitter, well, I'm a exclude Undisputed. So now whenever I type, I'm gonna have to exclude you from it. And I'm gonna say, no, I might make a post and tag you. And I said, man, Undisputed.
Underscore disrespectful.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Underscore, message me on Twitter if you could.
I got you.
Because I'm gonna tag you in the post and I'm gonna say, this brother put me on game to the FBA. I'm gonna shout you out.
I appreciate that.
Because I had already said I wasn't. Yes, because I already said I wasn't going to say nothing else about it, but I will shout you out and say that.
But I will say this about it, right? And I appreciate that. I do think, and like I said, I understand Tariq's frustration with it, because come on, you're a public figure too. I've seen how people attack you, and I be thinking to myself, like, I mean, I'm not a religious person, but not too much you say I disagree with, but as a person who's in that position, I would think you would kind of like, all right, obviously this is a troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you think Holmes is gay. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and then it's a nigga, bro. Come on.
I got you.
When do we endorse that type of shit? You see? Like, when do we, our situation, yours, like, you are, I would consider you FBA. You know, your family goes back here. I would consider you FBA.
Right.
You are in a group or organization. There's actual laws and everything. You guys have a ranking system. You captain, for crying out loud. So it's like, you got captains and generals. You have an actual ranking system. So of course, you have to be more specific about what happens. It's a lineage. Like, we don't control anybody. We have people who are on code with what's best for the lineage. And then even sometimes with that, we disagree. So it's like, all right, we don't have any leaders. There's no big homies over here. It's just people who think what's best for the lineage, and they try their best to go about it. So that's why the family is taking it as like, oh man, this nigga trying to slide us. And me personally, I don't know. So I would like to believe you, but I think everybody kind of sees like, okay, with the Democrats attacking us, because I don't know if you've seen that. They've been on rampage lately. I know you've seen the Consciously dude. With the Democrats attacking us, you got people jacking the terms, putting in music. It's like all these attacks are coming at them. It just kind of seemed like, damn, another attack. So I think you can kind of see it from that angle, right? Because I don't really like to have the conversation about Tariq without Tariq present, and I don't really want to speak for the brother because he speaks for himself. But I can just kind of see, like, all right, if everybody's attacking him, even though you didn't mean it that way, it kind of comes off as, just another person dogpiling right now.
Yeah, I would take it the same way. That's why I don't really get offended like that. Like, I would take it the same way. I get that. I ain't like the COINTELPRO shit. That's what made me. If I would have heard him respond and he didn't call me COINTELPRO or the feds, I probably wouldn't have said nothing at all this time. I only said it because I was
ask a question, man.
COINTELPRO or the feds. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Are you envious of Tariq?
No,
Are you jealous of his following?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know how to be jealous of anybody. If you want to talk about what I envy any ethnicity whose people are together and minds are not. That's what I do envy. I actually like to sit in spaces with brothers from different walks of life. Like, I sit down with a lot of brothers that are not Israelites, and I try to build bonds with them brothers. I try to work with them brothers because we don't have to all be the same thing to start. You just don't know where we finish. So I don't have to be envious at all. Like, for my belief, like Christ, for example, he was sitting with publicans and sinners, and the Pharisees said, why you with them? And Yahushua would say, they that are not sick have no need of a physician. So I can't not sit with my people in their spaces. So no, I'm not envious of the brother. I don't know the brother like that. Even when I interacted him with No Jumper, I didn't know that he was going to be on No Jumper at all. He was like a last minute fill-in. I was supposed to debate a white guy named Richard Spencer. I was supposed to debate Richard Spencer on No Jumper, but he backed out. So then WAC 100 and Adam, I believe, had contacted Tariq to come up on there. And I remember when me and Tariq first met on there, we agreed that we wouldn't allow Adam to pit us against each other. That's why you don't see too much back and forth between him and I on the stage. So that was my first time meeting him. So no, I don't have a reason to be envious or jealous of anybody.
Wait, so Richard Spencer backed out on you. So they be ducking people, man. They be talking all that shit. Like, even Myron Gaines be ducking me. He don't want to debate me. He said he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, Wack was trying hard. He was trying hard since like the March of that year. So we ended up doing that No Jumper episode, I think, the end of October, beginning of November. But we were supposed to debate back in March. He kept pushing it back. And then he ended up just backing out altogether. So when I was coming out to California and I told Wack I was coming, that's when they hit up Tariq, and then Tariq came instead. So that's how that actually happened. I was going to be on the show regardless, but he wanted me to have somebody to actually have a conversation with, and it ended up being Tariq.
Yeah, shout out to that. Yeah, no, I think that I think that was dope. Y'all agreed not to attack each other though, because that's what they all be trying to do, is trying to get niggas to go at each other. That's why I don't really participate in it. Like, they're trying to give me to debate some dude or whatever. Now, if it's one of those Africans and shit like that, I have no problem debating these people.
Yeah, if it's an African or a white man, I'll shit on them all day. Excuse my language. I'll defecate on them all day if it's one of them. But when it's my people, I only go so far. Now, if we're debating, like if we're having a debate, that's different. But if it's like we got an issue, I don't have to talk about you every day. I don't really know how to do that. That's why I made it my business when this incident happened, to the brother that asked me about the whole jealous and envious. When this incident happened, I made it my business to not host the space. And I ain't joined a whole lot of spaces. I joined one space and got the crash out on the LGBTQ dude. I will do that though, but I only did that one time. Got the crash out on him, put him in his place. I asked him if he could be, I told him he was a lab experiment. He was built in a clinic.
You know,
No, man, I'm gonna just come at you and apologize. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. I was just a little upset. Man, there's just so many people coming at us, man.
You the brother was just cussing me out a second ago?
Yeah, man. You know, everybody just coming at us, man. So
I appreciate you coming back.
I just want to set it straight, man. After listening to you, you know what I'm saying? You all right, man. Level head over there.
That's a grown man, and I appreciate that. That's what grown men supposed to be able to do. And that's why I didn't want you, when you was talking the way you was talking, I didn't want you to get off the stage. I wanted you to stay, because sometimes you got to get that out. And if I wouldn't have let you say that, you'd have been like, oh, he trying to stop me from saying what I want. He is this or he is that. But if I let you say it and then stay here, then maybe I ain't what they say I am.
I got you.
And so that'd be what, I be wanting to have as well. So I am about to go to the gym. But I'm gonna follow y'all, or if y'all can follow me. I ain't an expert on Twitter either. I'm an expert on YouTube, but I'm not an expert on Twitter or TikTok, Spaces, or none of that. TikTok.
I'll DM you on Twitter.
And I tagged you in a post, like I said. And I know y'all said y'all be recording. I would like to put this conversation on my YouTube, and just so I could title this something like, and I'm gonna put your name in the title. Brother breaks down to me, FBA, the whole thing. If y'all don't mind, I would like to do that as well.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Jimmy James. Hey, man, respect to you, brother, long-time fan. I appreciate
it,
you and this brother having this dialogue. Y'all kept it real mature. I appreciate that.
Definitely. And I just wish that, and y'all are way better than Spaces, because if I could have had a conversation with somebody like this on Spaces, it would have been resolved. It wouldn't be no issue. There wouldn't be no conflict. There wouldn't be nothing that we gotta, figure out. It would just be, over and done with it. So
you want me to see you record?
Hey, Cap.
Hold on one second. Did you want me to see you record? You got it already. I think he left. He's not on the app right now, so he's doing his go. No, but go ahead, Jimmy. Ask your question.
No, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna ask him, man, because I know that's a.
Yeah, when you leave the app,
I'm sorry.
You can't.
Okay, yeah. I had to connect my other Bluetooth. Yeah, I was saying I do want to record, and I don't know how to do that. So if you could,
I'll send it.
That way I could put it up, and I think that'd be good, so people could know this ain't about no emotions. So I do want to record.
All right, DM me your email on Twitter, because it's a long thing.
Yep, I got you. Yeah, and I did tag you in the post, like I said.
Yeah, I seen it. Appreciate it. I retweeted it.
Okay, that's right. And I just messaged you my email.
All right, my homie.
Somebody said, "Hey, Cap."
The homie Jimmy got a question for you.
Yeah, hey, Cap. So from way back when you did a lot of them big debates with Polite, and a lot of times, y'all get a lot of hatred. Y'all get a lot of pushback just being Hebrew Israelite. Y'all get a lot of people that disagree, don't hate y'all. Now, Daniel is a master of staying calm when dealing with people, when going back and forth, having disagreements. Cap, what keeps you so calm when you dialogue with people like that? Because outside of when you're not. Oh, go ahead, Cap.
If I tell you how, I don't know how to sound. My daddy used to abuse the shit out of me mentally and physically.
Daniel says that all the time.
I ain't say abuse. My dad is the reason why. But go ahead. My bad.
Oh, my bad.
My dad, when I'm saying physically, not sexually, but beat the hell out of me. He used to beat me. He used to say stuff like, he used to tell Tyree I don't love him. That's my born name is Tyree. So he used to say, we'd be sitting at the dinner table, he'd be like, tell Tyree you don't love him. And I never understood why. My mother told me when me and my sister was born, I was in the hospital a lot. And so my mother wasn't coming home when my mother was coming home from work, she would come see me. And my father developed some type of jealousy because of that. So I went through abuse up until maybe 13 or 14. He beat me for 3 days. He braided a switch 3 times, beat me for 3 days, shit like that. So when I'm debating somebody and they talking crazy to me, ain't nobody said anything more crazy to me than my father. So it makes me numb to whatever you say. And then I forgave my father. I remember but now here's the flip side. The greatest advice my father ever gave me. My father was a heroin addict too, so that plays a part. So the greatest advice my father ever gave me was when he said, "Don't be like him." When I was about 26, when I was about 28 years old, because our relationship was a little wild, and I ended up being evil as hell to my younger brother because of what my father was doing, which I didn't have that revelation until I was 25. When my brother is saying, I don't know if I love Tyree, and I never understood why he felt that way about me because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong to him until I analyzed it. So once I did that, I made amends with my brother. I told my father I forgive him for everything that he did. So my mind because that's a way of me reversing the curse because my father was a heroin addict. When he was sober, he didn't act like that. It was only when he was high. So I name it after him so that way we can, so I can reverse the curse so that my sons are not like that. So that's how I'm able to be that way.
So I just want to say, man, that's a deep story. I did not know that. But my dad is the reason why I stay so calm too, because he used to ask me, why do you care so much about that? And I couldn't come up with an answer. And so when people are saying shit to me, like, oh, I do this, like, my nigga, like, you wouldn't do this to me in real life. You know what I mean? And I actually had the ability to cause extreme harm to people. And I know I do. So it's like that level of just knowing what I can do to a person is enough for me. But golly, brother, praise be to Allah that you made it through that. Damn. Shout out to you, man. That's some heavy shit there, brother.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Hey,
Thanks,
I'm about to roll. Hey, no sweat, man, but I am about to roll. If y'all ever have a space again, just message me on Twitter or TikTok. Actually, I'm going to message you my number because sometimes I don't see the alerts. But I'll gladly come back and have a space with you.
Hey, Cap, I want to have a conversation with you. I'm gonna send you my number or something in your message.
Okay, no sweat.
Be safe,
all right,
man.
Y'all take it easy, man. All right,
I appreciate that, homie. Hey, Portis, man.
What's up, brother?
I fuck with you, gang. You a solid nigga, man. See, bro, but you see why I stay calm when talking to people?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I fuck with you though, man. Shout out to you for that. Yeah, see, like a lot of the time, bro, it be like misunderstandings that people blow up. And it's like, I think he was being sincere, but you got some people who don't have the answer to the difficult questions who will take that opportunity to blow it up and turn it to something else and just crash, you know what I mean? Just to get out of answering the question. So yeah, man, shout out to you for that, man. Yeah, shout out to him though, man.
Wait, you about to go?
You said what?
You about to talk, Bill? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just giving you a shout out, bro. That's all.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, we be on these panels and we hear people do all this gaslighting and I just really ain't give my mans a chance. I came in like, oh shit, this the cat that was on. Man, we know we ain't doing it. We don't even really believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm raising 2 sons. So, I'm like, what the fuck? We good though, man. I'm a holla at cat.
Yeah,
well, that's good. Like we